The Daily Network presents 1011. 10 minutes of meaningful conversation with immigrant leaders and entrepreneurs every Friday at 11 a.m.
From science to data to music, she does it all. Let's welcome Moji. Hi, Moji. How are you?
I'm good. Diana, good morning.
Good morning. So thank you so much for being here. And all right, so we are doing 10 minutes of meaningful conversations with you today. And so Moji, tell us more about who is Moji.
Who is Moji? First of all, I'd like to say Moji. I want to tell the viewers the meaning of my name because I feel like that's a very significant meaning. So Moji Sola is my full name, and that means I woke up into wealth. So I am a very wealthy woman.
Wow! Okay. So there's a meaning behind the name.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. Yeah. So who is Moji Sola? Well, Moji Sola is a passionate, purpose-driven individual, and you would quickly see that in the two things that revolve around, well, maybe more than two things: my family, my profession, my ministry, music. Yeah. So you would see that exhibited. You will see that, like I'm a woman on a mission. I'm a woman, like I said, purpose-driven. I must be chasing something. So there must be something to conquer, right? So that's kind of like how I am. I am wired, and I'm a very committed person. Again, because like when I set my heart to do something, I want to do it. And I don't just do things for the purpose of doing them. I like to understand why I'm doing things. So like I'm a very defined, purposeful, kind of individual. So that's kind of Moji in the. So by profession, originally I was a geoscientist. I am still a geoscientist, and now I have broadening my experience scope into the data science realm. So geosciences basically kept me in the subsurface. So by subsurface, I mean like I was studying the earth, like everything beneath the surface of the earth was my focus. Now I'm on the surface with data science. Like data science kind of opens me more to more types of data to analyze. Is basically what that is. So that's kind of like, professionally, from a professional point of view, like I love data. I love to analyze data. Is what I've been doing like all my life. And the other profession, well, which I also call ministry, is the music. Well, I call it a profession, but I did do a music course at some point, but when I say that I do it professionally, what I mean there is that, like, I've worked on albums. I have 3 albums to my credit. To that, I find a way to juggle all these things somehow. So that's Moji.
So you launched, okay. I'm not gonna talk about the geoscientist part because my brain is starting to break. But I'm gonna talk more about the album that you launched, because I had one. I bought one or two, I think. What's your favorite song in that in your favorite album? And then can you sing us a line or two?
Okay, my favorite. It's kind of hard. Okay, not the one you have. There is one that I have. Okay, let me stick to the one you have. My favorite in that one will be "It's Working for My Good." That song was a song I wrote at a time where I was going through something in my life, and God gave me that scripture to kind of say, "Don't worry, my girl, my babe, my baby." It's all gonna work out well. And so that was how that song came. So it's working for my good. It's working for my good. What the devil meant for evil.
And thank you for that. Let's talk about the career, or the career that you're doing right now. And you said that you were doing you love
geosciences.
Yeah,
yes, I love it.
And you're also doing ministry. How are you doing both at the same time? Like, I think they're like both at the end of each, right? So How are you doing
Yeah.
both?
How am I doing? So again, it comes down to passion. Really, it's really about passion because so for the music part, it's really about my passion because like all my life, people don't understand how I'm able to cope because the kind of work I do is a very technical. I mean, the data part is a very technical type of job, and it takes a whole lot of time. But basically, my weekends, I usually say my weekends are for music. So yeah, but it's passion really because again, not singing, I will feel like I'm not doing something I'm supposed to be doing. So that's kind of like the state of my heart with singing. So it's not just a hobby, it's something that I feel like I need to do. Like this is what God has called me to do. So with that mindset, I always find an excuse to sing. So there isn't any excuse not to sing. If I don't do it, I feel like, hey, somebody is doing what you're supposed to be doing. So like, I feel like I have to do it. I feel like I'm obliged to sing. So that drives me. So that's because for anything, if anything is a priority in your life, that's what I've come to notice. If anything is a priority in your life, you would find time for that priority. When we do give excuses like I'm busy and whatever, it's because there are other priorities. So priorities will always find expression in our lives. And for me, music is a priority. So it must feature somehow.
So
Yeah.
doing your work as a geoscientist and your passion for singing, for music, for you it wasn't hard because you love that. There's passion, right? It's like it's not work. It's not work for you. No, Moji, what's the greatest challenge so far? Being a mom, doing your career, doing the ministry. What's the challenge so far?
Well, the challenge I would say is time is of the essence, right? Whilst that makes you look like a superwoman sometimes, but sometimes your body your body complains and you just feel like you gotta rest. I'm always improving myself. So basically on my profession as well, I expand my horizon. Like if I've developed my expertise in this area, I would then start feeling the need to like, what's new? What's the new horizon? What else do I need to do? So I was in that kind of space last year. Like after work, I'm doing this I want to upgrade my skill in this area, and then I'm doing this extra, online class and stuff. But at some point, I got to a point I was like, okay.
Let's talk about relationship, right? So you and your husband are doing the ministry together. Can you tell us more about working with your husband?
Oh, my husband, fantastic man. And when it comes to that support base, even though I said that I'm a woman of passion, purpose, I always like. My husband is exactly the same. So maybe even more than myself. Like when we finish something, he's thinking, okay, this is the next thing we need to do. Like there is no stopping with my husband, and that helps. I have the ginger, but my husband helps to like upskill, take that ginger to another level. So yeah.
What do you think that your relationship with James, what makes you stronger together?
Yeah, so a couple of things. First of all, we share similar faith in God. It's not just that we are both Christians, but similar faith, because you can be Christians, but you may have divergent, views about things. So we are similar in that. That's one, and very, very fundamental. The other thing is, this passion and this vision. We share similar visions because, again, people may feel like two people with this kind of energy, there might be conflicts. But I think for us, it's actually, helping that synergy because our focus is like similar. Even if in terms of music, like we have two different styles of music approach, but that doesn't help everything. I think what we've been able to do is to synergize and to like, collaborate. And
so you're better, in short, you're better together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's good to I have some like fun questions for you. I hope it's like, okay. It's too hard to have dinner with someone famous or someone in the past, maybe. Who is that and why?
Okay. Well, the person that resonates with me, well, I don't know if he's famous right now, but it was a gospel artist that was famous back then in the 80s. Bob Fitz is the one. And the reason why I'm still gonna call his name is that, recently I went on his website and I just still feel like I need to meet this man at some point in my life. There is a need. And the reason is that, growing up at the time, like when I gave my life to Christ at that point, I had this passion. I wanted to serve God. I wanted to please God. And, each time I listened to Bob Fitz, it resonated as somebody who had a relationship with.
So, Moji, we are celebrating Women's Month this March. And what can you advise to women who, who have kids, and then who wants to have a career as well?
Yeah, my charge to them will be, when there is a way, there's a way, and you've got to follow that passion. Don't let kids, because in this part of the world, I know, taking care of kids may be slightly more challenging than back home, because back home you would have parents and stuff. You may not have that luxury in here, but I want to tell you that if you're passionate about it, go for it. Don't let anything, keep you down, and go for it. If you can see it, basically is what I've seen is the power of vision. If you can see it, then it will come to pass. I've seen that play out in my life, in the lives of people close to me,
100%.
times and times. Yeah.
100%.
Times and times again.
Having a vision is like having like your eye on the target, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always a moving target, but then fix your eyes on the vision, and you're always, all the decisions that you make will be right because you have a vision. And I'm like 100%, I'm gonna say that, right? So Moji, thank you very much for your time, and
thank you for having me.
I hope you have a great day and a great year. Slow down a bit.
Thank you very much.
Still a great year.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
The Daily Network presents 10-11. 10 minutes of meaningful conversation with immigrant leaders and entrepreneurs every Friday at 11 a.m.